Prepare yourselves. Good morning, cadets. Welcome back to our Clair Obscur playthrough where we're close outside the Gesser village because I do remember that there was a couple of things at the shops that said find an expeditioner to buy. And since I have Monaco, I'm curious to see if now we have available. Also, see if there's other interactions for Monaco at the village. But before that, I am gonna do one camp visit in case if I go into the village and we're gonna have, you know, interactions happening over here. And I don't want to progress too far in the village if there's anything in the village and miss something in the camp. So, yeah, let's go to the camp.
Monaco seems fun.
Oh, yeah.
Bet you guys got up to lots of trouble together.
That obvious, huh?
You guys getting us into more trouble now?
An appropriate amount of trouble.
I've spent some time with Gestrals. I'm not sure we had the same definition of appropriate.
Let me guess. You've been to one of their arenas?
Reigning champion. Naturally.
Naturally.
Feet? Really?
Don't worry. He's not interested in human feet.
And the bell?
A gift from the Grandis.
Amazing. I wonder if we can achieve something similar.
I'll stick to my swords. I'm not too keen on turning into a Nevron.
If we combine this with Pictos, could we selectively use Nevron abilities in battle?
Okay, you seem busy. I'll come back later.
Verso approaches Lune. He can see that she wants to ask him more questions.
I've been wondering, why stay on the continent alone? Why not return to Lumia?
I did. I went back. Helped with the rebuild. After the fracture, we didn't have anything. Food, shelter. None of it.
Things must have been chaotic then.
Nothing like the end of the world to bring out the best and worst in us. I almost miss those times. You know, the dome shield. My father and I helped build that.
Oh. Why'd you leave then?
Those early expeditions, they were search and rescue. We didn't know about the paintress then. We just wanted to find our loved ones. Like my mother.
I see. But this time, you didn't go back.
People didn't trust me. Guess I'm hard to trust.
Perhaps.
Guess they thought I knew more than I did. Halfway to the monolith, I was betrayed. Barely escaped. Kind of killed my interest in returning home. What about you? Do you miss home?
I spent my whole life studying the paintress and the monolith. This is where I need to be.
What a long-winded way to avoid answering the question.
Yes, there are things I miss.
You paint such a vibrant picture.
If you must know what I really miss of viennoiserie.
Oh, good answer. I miss those too. What?
I enjoyed this conversation.
High praise.
Lune feels more relaxed in Verso's presence. She appreciates that Verso has shared actually useful information. Lune becomes lost in thought, reflecting on the information that Verso has shared. Verso feels ignored and goes back to the others.
Feet.
Don't worry.
And the bell.
A gift from the...
Amazing. If we can...
Okay, you...
Luna stands by the fire, deep in thought. Verso tries to get her attention. Do you like dogs?
Do you like dogs?
What?
Do you like dogs?
I think you've spent too much time alone. You've forgotten how to start a human conversation.
I just have this feeling you're a dog person.
Well, you're right. I had a dog named Pat.
You named your dog Paw? That's like if my parents named me Foot.
You named your dog Paw. That's like if my parents named me Foot.
My sister named him when we were kids. Stella. She was a gifted artist. And... fiery. She definitely made the most of the time she had.
Were you close?
Were you close?
When we were younger, I guess. But my brother and sister had their own lives. They didn't care about my parents' research.
Doesn't seem fair.
No. I'm glad they got to live. Sol was a great older brother. That's actually how I met Gustav. Sol was dating his sister.
So, you knew Gustav for quite a while then?
That's an awful lot of personal questions.
It is, isn't it? All right, we can talk about me again if you want.
How generous of you.
Ask away. I'm being sincere. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. We've got all night.
Remember, you offered. Do you like monkeys?
Oh, come on.
Verso and Luna enjoy a moment together. Luna is in such a good mood that she forgets to ask Verso other important questions, which Verso takes note of. Okay, up to level 3. They have a bit more fun together before heading back to camp.
Minoko seems...
Oh, yeah.
Bet you... You guys get... Reigning champ?
Naturally.
Okay.
Feet.
Don't worry.
And the bell.
A gift from...
Amazing. If we combine...
Okay, you...
Okay, that's all the interaction with Luna. What about Eskia, buddy?
Okay. Momo is Momo, and Nono is Nono. Then we've got Lulu, Mai, and Sissy.
I don't think they'll like that.
I don't know. Maybe.
You sure you don't want to be Ver?
Positive.
You want to spend time with Eskia? Yes. Verso approaches Eskia, who stares intensely at his armband.
That armband looks nice.
Yeah, I guess it's official. We're part of the disaster expedition now.
Yeah, I guess it's official. We're part of the disaster expedition now.
What's up with you?
What's up with you?
Eskia?
So, you want an armband too?
Maybe.
You barely have arms.
Not true. Anyway, I want a headband.
Your head is humongous. You're gonna need so much cloth.
I have a big brain.
All right, Monsieur Big Brain. I'll see what I can do.
Ah. Hey, looks like an eye patch, almost. Happy now?
Happy now?
Ooh, this is the nicest thing ever.
SK is even more excited than usual. Verso has given SK the greatest gift ever. SK is overcome with emotion. Level 3. SK danced around with his armband for a bit before they returned to the others. It's not exactly an armband, it's a headband, but sure. Yeah, now he looks like he lost an eye, almost. I know it's not quite on top of his eye, but still.
Okay. There.
Okay, no other hangout with him. Mael.
The Grandis is so gentle. Who's going to protect them while Monoko's gone?
They can take care of themselves.
Really?
They've got their bells. Don't worry.
What do the bells do?
Ringing the bells makes the Nevrons flee.
Interesting.
Although, it only works on Nevrons with ears, so not every Nevron.
Ah, okay.
Well, now I'm worried.
Yeah. Actually, me too.
Sure. You spend time with Mael as well. Verso joins Mael, who is throwing rocks by the lake.
Throwing rocks again.
Mm-hmm. You should try.
Eskia would be horrified that we're throwing stones into the lake.
Or he'd be super happy because we're sending them soaring on fun little adventures.
Eh? Well, as long as it's not his rocks, so we don't have to go find them again.
Oh, so they're like little rock expeditioners.
Exactly.
What would that make? Paintress or Lumiere? I mean, the living out of her hands, so kinda, I would say Lumiere.
Would that make you Lumiere then?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm launching them on their journey and watching them from afar. Stone after stone after stone, knowing they'll never come back.
Poetic, but kind of depressing for a 16-year-old. Yep, so okay, so I was calculated right. She's around 15, 16. Yeah.
Poetic, but kind of depressing for a 16-year-old.
Well, reality's depressing.
Is that what you're writing in your notebook all the time? Depressing poetry.
It's not all depressing. Why, what do you write about? You don't seem like a sunshine and rainbows type.
Mostly poetic insults to use on Monoko. I'm currently comparing him to the backside of an owl. Actually, writing is cathartic for me. It helps. Getting the thoughts out of my head and onto the paper. Giving shape to my feelings.
Can I see?
Do I get to read yours?
Do I get to read yours?
Mine's kind of personal.
Well, so is mine.
Yeah, but I bet you secretly want people to read it.
Okay, fine. I'll let you read mine, if I get to read yours.
I think that's a no.
Okay, deal.
Okay.
Be kind, though.
Yeah, I can't promise that.
Mael and Verso feel closer to each other. Well, wait, how close? I hope he's not going in that direction. Mael and Verso spend some time together. Mael proves to be extremely critical of Verso's writing. they go back to the others after Mael is done teasing Verso. Okay, any other hangouts?
Brandis is so gentle.
They can take it.
Really?
They've got their back.
What did the
Ringing the bell, although,
Well, now.
yeah.
Okay, no one hangout. Noko, get my present?
What present?
The one I left in your hut. I took a special detour through ancient sanctuary just for you.
Oh, I got your note about, but I didn't see a present.
You just have to wait and find out. But it's super cool.
Silly Patat.
Oh, sure. Spend time with Noko. I'm gonna have relationships levels with him as well.
How's my favorite Patat?
That's my favorite, not that patat. I'm still your favorite, am I?
Oh, I'm still your favorite, am I? Because you've taken a real shine to my L.
Jealous? You're the one who asked me to make friends.
Fair enough. So tell me, Patat to not a Patat. Why are you tagging along? Really?
What do you mean, if I'm going to be the greatest merchant of all time, then I need to find some treasure?
I don't believe you. Don't tell Minoko I said this, but you were and still are the greatest searcher of all time. And you know there are more lost Gestrels out there. Why be a merchant? Why go to Old Lumiere? Meh?
Lots of other searchers now. Just because I'm the greatest of all time doesn't mean I want to do it forever.
No?
You know this, forever the same sucks. Okay, that kind of hit. I mean, it's not always bad.
It's not always bad.
Wait until you're my age, then we'll talk.
All right, all right.
Hey, how old is Noko then? Besides, I need to keep Monoko out of trouble.
Minoko's all grown up now. And it's your turn to be the Patat.
Meh.
So eloquent.
Okay, can do the Noko laugh then. Oh, so we didn't get a relationship level with Noko, but still get the hangout. Okay,
More present.
let's see if there's just the one. Okay, Monoko.
Is Golgra still mad at me?
What do you think?
Well, Golgra helped Noko start his merchant shop.
Yeah, but defying Golgra wasn't Noko's idea, was it?
Noko would have done the same for me.
Noko would have got Golgra on his side first.
Bah! It's been 10 years. Golgra needs to get over it.
Sure, let's spend time with Noko.
I see you got stronger.
Well, I didn't spend the last few years hiding in the mountains.
The mountain where a Pelerin cut you in half and you cried for my help.
Yeah, the mountain where a Stalak stomped you, and I had to evacuate you.
You want to fight?
Well, unlike Gestrels, I need sleep, so I'll pass.
Coward.
Have you seen how weak you are now? I'll beat you blindfolded.
Have you seen how weak you are now? I'd beat you blindfolded.
In the mountains, I have learned inner peace. These petty provocations do not work on me anymore.
I've missed our little excursions. Yeah, you do too, I know.
Remember our first battle against the duelist?
Sure do. We got our asses kicked pretty hard.
And this one time we tried to swim to the Red Tree Island and you got eaten by that snake?
Oh yeah, it turns out living inside a snake's belly is possible when you're immortal. Carving my way out was a nightmare though.
I remember that time when you challenged Eskia to a duel?
Remember that time when you challenged Esquier to a duel?
Well, someone conveniently forgot to mention that Esquire is the most powerful creature in the world. Good times. Oh, and remember when...
Monaco and Verso fall back into the familiar pattern of their camaraderie. Okay, yeah, we haven't done anything with Monaco, so that's just level 1.
Good times indeed.
They spend a bit more time bragging before going back to the others. Any other hangouts,
Is
Monaco?
Goldgrist...
What do you think? Yeah, but defying
Noko.
Noko.
Bah!
Okay, just the one. Right, the curator was actually through here. So I get to invest some of the points. Additional resources. Don't need this, so maybe a lot of blowing up points for Monaco. Maybe one for sale as well. Actually, you know what? I'll bump everybody to 60. There we go. Nice. Then I'll balance it out once they're more or less the same level. Okay, I'll do the rest off screen to see with the Lumina what I want to invest. And weapons, I think we're fine. Let them. Yes, let's upgrade this one time. So at least I have the balance mask applies power for 50 turns. Because I'm assuming this, I start the battle and then I have powerful for 3 turns. And then Ranger Sun, it's fine for now. Because I don't have a lot of... the Chroma Catalyst. So I can bump it up, I think it's between like level what? Up to 19 it said. Okay, let's see with the campfire. Let's write in the journal. Mael finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She writes about their encounter with Noko and how exciting it is to travel with the Gestro. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Mael heads back. And let's check up on the others.
You see, there was a stalactite and I smashed it. Utterly destroyed it. I did it in 2 attacks. Plenty of damage. There was nothing left. Then there was a giant Pellerin that attacked. It was tough, but I defeated it. No problem.
Pellerins are weak. I could have done that blindfolded.
This expedition is gloomy.
Yeah. They lost a lot of friends, and they just buried another. Grieving takes time.
How about a little Verso magic to lighten the mood?
You mean the one that hurts like hell?
Yes, I mean the one that hurts like hell.
All right, I'll do it.
Ow. What the? What did we just do?
Hi.
Not now, please. I'm working.
Hi.
Oh, Verso, there you are. How did...
What the?
Oh my... wow!
What is that?
Hi. I'm a pair of legs that can talk.
Verso?
We're both Verso.
You are so ridiculous.
Wait, how can your legs talk?
Ah, yes, I'm quite proud of that. Took a lot of training.
Does it? Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't.
Did you cut yourself in half? Did Monoko cut you in half?
Do you heal from the top or the bottom? Or do you have to bring the halves together? Hey, can you control the process?
So, if you're cut in half, does that mean you can be in two places at once? Can you go scouting with Monoko with your lower body while your upper body stays here and talks to us?
Well, yeah, you see, I can go hunt Nevrons with my top half, while my bottom remains here cooking meals. Back in the days, that's what we used to do.
Can I... Are you...
Yeah, my hair is...
All that pain just to put a smile on their faces. Verso, aren't you getting too attached?
That is not what I expected from Verso magic. Well, at least, yeah, you could say kind of lightened the mood a bit. They got a bit more curious about the house and what. Again, that was unexpected. I thought it would be something entirely different. I thought maybe he created something. Like, oh, he cut himself and, you know, created something like a gift, but not that. It's actually pretty cool as well, though. Wait, does that mean maybe it's a bit of a secret ability? Huh. Anything else? Okay, we check up on others more. Mael stares at the stars. Sael appears next to Mael. They spend a moment in silence, both staring at the sky.
Can you teach me to fight better?
Better?
That white-haired bastard hit us before we even knew he was there. I want to return the favor. And you're the best fighter I know.
High praise.
You know they'll be back. I want to get them before they can get us.
Emotions are powerful. You have to make sure they work with you, not against you.
I know.
Okay. First lesson. Sounds obvious, but you need to see. Really see. Your eyes will tell you the truth, but your brain can lie.
What do you mean?
Emotion can mess with your perceptions. Make you miss important details on the field. Fixate on the wrong thing, or see what you want to see.
Okay.
You need to see things as they are, not how you think they are. See your target so you can understand your target. How they move, how they think, how they react. So you can anticipate and adjust. On the field, it's just you, your weapon, and your enemy. And you need to understand all three. Everyone has blind spots, so every day you ask yourself, what's yours? What's theirs?
Thought this would be more of a technique lesson.
Mael and Sael spend more time together. Okay, this was actually quite a productive camp visit. And yeah, let's go to sleep. Okay, and we're back here. Now, as I mentioned, I am gonna invest the Lumina points for Monoko off screen to see what I wanna invest in him. And yeah, I know I did not go first to see what I have with Monoko. And as you can see, it's level 33. I think I advanced like 6 levels I did the arena. We learned the Lumina, not the Lumina, the Pictos that I picked up. So they're all learned. Then for Monoko, I decided to leave Breaking Burn, Speed Critical, increase break damage on burning enemies. Since I'm doing the first turn with Luna and I'm doing the Wildfire, they're gonna have Burn. So that's gonna help increase break damage on burning enemies, speed, critical, health, then protect and heal. Healing an ally, this is mostly because I'm still keeping his healing ability. Because, yeah, healing an ally also applies shell for 1 turn. I think should either it will apply. I mean, I think it should apply for him, the shell. I'll have to experiment more. Maybe this gonna end up replaced. Although the stats are not bad. And then, of course, the healing parry, because it's a lot of Lumina points, and mostly because of the stats. In terms of skills, yeah, I went ahead in the previous areas, not actually inside. I think I just went quickly into the first area that at the beginning of the game and went there a bit, but I think by that time I already had most of this stuff. I'm trying to remember what other enemies I might have encountered up until this point, but there's a chance I already got from most of them, and I'll do another visit that's gonna be off screen at some point. I'm probably gonna revisit all the places with Monoko in the party that I already explored to see if I missed anybody here. But for now, yeah, we have the Abyss Twin because it's a second turn. Basically, I start with balanced. I use this, sure, it's gonna actually use 2 action points, but then I can go with the punches. Ice damage, high break damage, and with the two moves, it actually puts me on the heavy mask. So that's going to be a lot of single target damage. So this is a bit of synergy over here. Then, of course, the heal. If I'm on the caster mask, also heals 40% health. And I think that actually applies to everybody. That I did a bit of a testing with it, which means with the shell, that should apply a shell to everybody. But I need to be on a caster mask, so this is a bit situational. Then we have the Rosher Hammering, can break, again if I'm on heavy mask, increase damage. Then I do have Fury, which I can actually decide. I can use Albus Wind, and then to start punches, or I could go with the Fury, single target damage, low 4 hits, but I apply Mark, and with the Balance Mask, which I do start the fight in, increase damage. That's situational, depends. And then, of course, Jar, Lamp Storm, medium physical damage to all enemies. Again, if I'm on heavy mask, I can use this. Although, I think, depending on the order of the enemy, if the enemy attacks Monoko and I do a parry, I can get enough action points to go from Abyss Wind to Lamp Storm if it's a lot of enemies. Because doing this first with the starting action points, I'm gonna have enough to do this one, use 2, and then the next turn, the second turn, Monoko gets another action point. It's considered, as another start of the turn. And you start with 5 points. As Monoko use this, use 2 points, it drop to 3. Then the second turn kicks in, which you get another action points, and you have 4, which you can use this one. So with the Lamp Storm, either I use some Lumina points and see if I can get some extra action points to start, and I can go from Abyss Wind to Lamp Storm with the Heavy Mask, or I go single target with these 2. So this is a bit of a synergy over here. And with the Luminas, this is for the moment. Again, I'll have to check off screen now that I have all these Lumina points. Now for the wardrobe, I did manage actually to do the beach ones, and I have to say, it was like really, really, really frustrating. The one going up, actually, I did it a bit more quicker. And I was not that far away in my when I had my best try on recorded. I was really close. It's just that if you drop down from up there, it's a long way to get back at that point. And that actually gave me for Monoko. You have the swimsuit. Which, sure. I mean, it looks nice. He's having fun. No. Again, I'm gonna try to keep the ones that the game gives me as progression of the story, you know. I know, again, that's the fun of it. You know, if you change and something weird happens, then that's the point. And then the other one was for Sayel. She swimsuit too. And I gotta say, the one for Sayel with the beach, with the volleyball, was really, really frustrating. And I admit, I had to actually check online to see if there was something that I was doing wrong, because the timing, the inputs were a bit sometimes laggy. Sometimes I was doing the input and my character was just standing, not doing anything. And it was really frustrating. And the only way that some people gave us a tip was drop to 30 frame per second in the option, like to limit to 30 frames per second, and actually have the run toggled, not the hold button. Because right now I'm just walking, yeah, and if I hold, I run. And basically that was it, just to press the button and run all the time, not just walk. That helped because then I was having one less input to do, so I can run around the platform. In the end, though, was still a bit RNG based, depending how the little gestures were launched. In the end, I did it, but I believe that was like 1 hour something. I continuously tried that off screen, so really, really frustrating. Got it in the end, so we're good. Anywho, gonna see with the village, and maybe not to keep it this long, I will probably record my whole visit in the village, and I'll probably just do jump cuts to imported sections if like there's some important conversations or not, because it might just be me looking around, you know. So yeah, let's see with the village.
We're a fost Misu lazy. Kima bove rule breaker.
Monaco, you're foolish enough to face me again? Are you still angry with me? There's no price for holding the longest grudge.
Mira pono idioto.
No price necessary. I enjoy holding grudges. Keeps me nice and cranky.
Zam zam.
And strong. Yes, well, I thought we had to overcome our differences. You know, last time and all. No.
Zam zam. Herudura.
Going to enjoy destroying you again. Oh crap. We are fighting. Okay, so I do get powerful. I guess. Okay, looks like we're holding. Don't have enough, so I guess I'll go for the hammering.
The sweet taste of battle.
Then we're gonna have to attack normally. Goro gets angry. I think we're done.
What lovely feet.
He did not just say that. Come on, Monaco. You did not just say that. We are on caster. A lot of damage, so I guess.
What lovely
Balance, and that's a 3, which means we won.
Surimoto Priva.
Fine,
Me
you can stay.
rispetto.
I think settle between us now.
Mira pono idioto.
No, but we may visit the village if you wish.
Amici sai responsibile.
Or invite me next time you go adventuring. Ah, sure.
Zam zam.
Okay.
Umano.
Okay, let's see with the One Punch Man as well. Or did he the off screen? So
Let the ink flow. Chroma is flowing.
skip actually turn with Luna. And I only need powerful from Verso. There we go. And then with my L, well, let's hope gonna do enough damage. Yes, we did. Perfect. Congratulations. Nobody's ever hit me like that before. And what did we get? That's it? You got a champion. Here, from my personal collection. Oh, okay. Cool, I got the outfit. That's it? Oh, wow. Okay, and that's pretty much what was interesting from the village. I looked all over around. The only two things that I did not record was we had one merchant that was asking for the journals, so I got a lot of Lumina points. I think maybe 40? I don't want to say 40. I think I did get like 40 because I was like down to 17. Yeah. I thought maybe it was just 20 because it was shown a 20 and then again it popped up another notification saying 20. And I thought for a second maybe it was a bit of a bug. So yeah, we have that one. And the other thing that I did not record, and it's easy to find, it was actually at the casino area. If you go all the way to the back and interact with the door, there's somebody that asks you if you have 50% to do 100% damage or something along those lines. What's the percentage down the line and whatnot? Just spoiler, if you don't want to think of it, just choose the last option. And that's actually the right answer. And that actually gave me, which kind of helped, I think maybe it helped with doing the One Punch challenge, was, where is it? Roulette, I believe it's called. Yeah, there it is. I had it on my L. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50% or 200% of its damage, which is insane, to be honest. The stats on it, not that great. So I guess, again, I'll learn this off screen at the arena. Probably I'll use Monoko a couple more times so I can level him up to be a bit more closer. And that's going to be like 3 fights. If I do it properly with no damage, I think that's just going to be 1 level. I'm looking, so yeah, I kind of need to do at least 1 fight flawless with Monoko to get like, I think I get like around 30,000 experience per fight if I do it flawless without taking damage. If I take damage, that drops to like 20 something. So if I take damage and I do 3 fights, that's probably not gonna be enough. Can't remember if it's like 20,000 or like 22, 23. So maybe even if I take damage, maybe it's gonna be enough to level up. Anywho, I'll do that off screen. And I don't think I'll keep this on my L as a Pictos. I'll learn it as a Lumina. Because everything like this is not bad. Yeah, it might screw you over if the RNG gives you more of the lowest. You do half damage, but if you do the max... Ooh, right. So yeah, that's what I had on my L roulette, and then all here, what was it? First strike, 50% increased damage on the first hit, once per battle, so that's why first offensive as well. First hit, dealt and taken, so basically I had 100% extra damage just from these ones. And then inverted affinity as well. Apply inverted to self, 50% increased damage, and then of course that's why I had the powerful with Verso, and can't remember how much powerful gives. I think it's another 50%. So basically only from this ones I already had 200%, or if it's stacked should have been like 200% increased damage. And then if the roulette hit, you know, every hit went for 200%, so what, it was like 400% increase in damage, maybe. I don't know how it's calculated, but yeah, anywho, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. Looks like was more at the camp. I did not expect to have that much at the camp, to be honest. I thought like, oh, I'm gonna visit the camp, see maybe it's gonna be 1-2 things, invest some points and all that, and then we're gonna go continue the, I think it's just the main story at this point. I think I visited all the other places, but yeah, there was a lot at the camp. So we have that one, and then yeah, this one for my the wardrobe. And I guess, yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. I'm gonna continue next time in the main story. So hopefully enjoy this part, guys. As always, don't forget to take care.